Hey gang, Mr. Vanderkalk here. I just wanted to make a little video today, talk about some editing issues in writing, specifically talking about being concise and being coherent. Um, I want to start, let's look at this example first. We'll bold that up so you can see it a little bit better maybe. These are from student writings from the first writing of the semester where you had to write about Ray Bradbury's story, The Veldt, and whether the parents were good parents or not. Let's take a look at this one. It says, this shows that even though they have a house that does everything for them, George still wants the kids to learn how to do things for themselves and get a sense of how normal people live their day-to-day lives, because not everyone has all these machines and privileges that does everything for them. Very easy to read that, go right through it and think, no, that's fine. And it is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But there are some things that you can do to clean it up a little bit. First of all, we have a repetition thing. And sometimes repetition is good. If you the rhetoric part of the class, you're going to see that rhetoric is one way that you can make a point, or repetition is one way to make a point. But for this, it's not something we really want to have. So up here you have the house doing everything for them, and down here you have a house that does everything for them. So we repeated that. It's one thing we don't need to do. And really, you talk about like people live their day-to-day lives. Well, I don't know what other kind of lives people do live. Do people live week-to-week lives, month-to-month lives? I don't know. So this is one of those instances where we add stuff as we write, not necessarily because it's giving more information or it's very important for the idea that we're trying to get across, but simply because sometimes we just put more words in. Somewhere along the line, most people came to the conclusion that writing things longer is going to be better, and there's a little truth to that because a longer writing will have more detail, more specific stuff in it. But longer doesn't mean better. Sometimes it just means more words. So what I would do with this one, it says, this shows that even though they have a house that does everything for them, George still wants the kids to learn how to do things for themselves and get a sense of how normal people live their lives. I would just put a period right there and I would end it, because everything that comes after there, because not everyone has all these machines and privileges that does everything for them. There's a few issues in that. One, these is plural, so does would have to be do. And they have privileges that do things for them. Can privileges do something for you? I'm not sure. Maybe not. So I would just axe the end of the sentence, and now you have a more concise. It's cleaned up, and it's a little more coherent. Let's just look at one more. Hopefully this isn't too long yet. 3 minutes it looks like. Let's look at this one right here. I'll just zap that one away. They gave their children everything that they needed, but they also spoiled their children to the point that they had no respect for them and did not set any rules with them. This is an issue I see very often. And I'm just going to put it right here. Pronouns. Okay, if you remember what pronouns are, they are words that take the place of nouns, and sometimes we make pronouns that we don't know what noun they're talking about. Okay, it's called its antecedent. Maybe you remember that from way back. Maybe you don't. So here it says, okay, they, meaning the parents, gave their children everything that they needed. Is that they now the parents, or is it the children? We can figure out, I think, from reading that it's the children. But they, now again, the parents, also spoiled their children, okay, to the point that they had no respect for them. Do the parents have no respect for the children? Do the children have no respect for the parents? We know the answer because we know the story, but we wouldn't know if we didn't, because we've lost track of who the pronouns are. That they had no respect for them and did not set any rules with them. So let's change one of these here. They spoiled their children to the point that the children had no respect for their parents. And then it says, and did not set any rules with them. Do parents set rules with their children? Probably good parents do. You sit down and talk with your child and say, hey, let's figure out the best way to do this. But really, I think the word you wanted there was for. They did not set rules for them. So they gave their children everything that they needed, but they also spoiled their children to the point that the children had no respect. Now, that's no good, is it? Because now we repeated children twice. They also spoiled their children to the point that we can use kids, that's okay, had no respect for their parents, and did not set any rules for them. First of all, now that we fixed it, I would just get rid of that. It doesn't add anything to it. They gave their children everything that they needed, but they also spoiled their children to the point that the kids had no respect for their parents. Now it says exactly what you want. One other little thing about this, hopefully you remember the independent clause rule with commas that says if you have a sentence, which is an independent clause, and another sentence, another independent clause, joined with a conjunction, like the word but, then you need to put a comma before the conjunction. If that doesn't sound familiar to you, that is a rule you need to learn, and make sure you learn how to use it correctly. Okay, so this is about coherence and conciseness. Say what you want to say and get out. Adding words, adding things, it's very common for growing writers to flower up things a little bit, and that's not necessarily necessary. So that's 6.5 minutes. That's plenty of time. Thanks for checking this out. I'm going to do a couple more of these. We'll show you a couple more things, but I appreciate your attention, and we will see you later. Good work on the class. I'm enjoying it. Hope you are too. Bye-bye.